Imagine a world without a future. An Earth where nature has died, where human bonds have broken, and where life itself has become an act of resistance. Today we are diving into The Road, the powerful film by John Hillcoat based on the novel by Cormac McCarthy. We are going to explore 5 major themes together. The apocalypse as a setting and metaphor. Humanity tested in the abyss. The value of human life in the midst of despair. Family as the last refuge and meaning. The key highlights of the film and its artistic choices. And at the end, I invite you to share your thoughts. What remains of us when the world ends? Let's find out. The apocalypse, more than an end, a mirror. The Road immerses us in a world devastated by a catastrophic event. What happened? The film never explains. And that decision is crucial. Because in this story, the apocalypse is not a cause, it is a condition. It doesn't matter what caused it. What matters is how we continue to exist after everything familiar collapses. The Earth is a graveyard, dead trees, gray skies, cities and ruins covered in ash. There is no future, no seasons, no music, no joy. Only a slow and painful disappearance. Hillcoat builds this vision with a hyper-realistic aesthetic, real locations, natural lighting, a drained color palette that conveys the very death of hope. But we are not facing a spectacular apocalypse like Mad Max or The Walking Dead. Here, the end of the world is silent, intimate, and cruelly plausible. Humanity, what remains when everything disappears? In this universe of death, humanity itself becomes the great question. Many have chosen cannibalism, violence, the enslavement of others. Who are we when laws, governments, and religions vanish? Do we remain human if we act only on instinct? The father and his son represent 2 possible responses. The father, marked by distrust, teaches his son to be suspicious, to fight, to harden himself. Yet at the same time, he tries to pass on something almost impossible, faith in goodness, hope in a better world, even if that world is dead. The boy, in contrast, is innocence, pure kindness. He wants to help others, he wants to believe. Through his clear gaze, The Road suggests that being human is much more than surviving, it is refusing to abandon compassion, even when the world denies it. The value of human life, survival is not enough. When there is no future, why keep living? That is the most brutal question the film poses. Yet the father keeps walking. He continues protecting his son as if he were the most precious treasure in the universe. He keeps defending his life, not because he believes in salvation, but because his life, simply, has value. Because his son has value. Every gesture, every shared meal, every night spent trembling from cold is a silent affirmation that human life has dignity even without reward. Not surviving for the sake of surviving, but living while preserving what makes us human. That is the true achievement. Family, a refuge against the void. Amidst devastation, family emerges as the last refuge. The father and son not only protect each other physically, they protect each other spiritually. They shield one another from despair, hatred, and fear. The bond between them is unbreakable. The father gives everything he has, everything he is, to keep his son alive. The boy in turn sustains his father's humanity. He reminds him that goodness still exists, that there is still fire inside him. The mother, seen in flashbacks, represents another way of facing horror, surrender. She chooses to die, and her absence hangs over the entire story like a shadow. But it is the relationship between father and son that sustains the heart of the film. An alliance of unconditional love in a world where nothing else remains. Key highlights: art at the service of storytelling. There are artistic decisions in The Road that enhance its emotional impact. The visual aesthetic, muted, realistic, and suffocating. Viggo Mortensen's performance, both harrowing and restrained, a broken man who stands only because of love. The depiction of violence, dry, brief, realistic. There are no action heroes here, only desperate human beings. The music by Nick Cave and Warren Ellis, melancholic, minimal, heartbreakingly beautiful. The choice of real locations instead of digital sets, highlighting the rawness of the post-apocalyptic world. Each of these elements contributes to creating a work that wounds but also enlightens. A film that does not offer easy answers but leaves us with questions that linger long after it ends. The Road speaks to us of the end of the world, yes. But it also speaks of love, of faith in goodness, of human dignity when everything is lost. Today more than ever, this film resonates with force. Because in a world full of uncertainties, perhaps our mission is exactly that. To keep walking. To keep carrying the fire. And now I want to hear your opinion. What did this film leave with you? What do you believe truly defines humanity when everything collapses? Leave your comment. If you enjoyed this analysis, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and continue exploring with me the cinema that makes us think, feel, and dream, even in the midst of the apocalypse. Subscribe for more deep science fiction analysis.